Bringing back the Zoe. You've seen no Zoe in the LCK recently. I messaged Gorilla and said, you've been seeing any Zoe? Didn't answer my question, Valdez.
Denying that control ward from going down. Peanuts up a level here, getting very aggressive in the jungle. But here we go. The roam from Tushin in the bottom lane. The exhaust coming down. Peanut blowing his flash, but he's going to get locked up here with the Chain of Corruptions. There it goes. First blood over to Spirit. Peanut with a bit of a...
At the end of the day, it is a kill to the Afreeca Freecs against someone to place top lane.
We got a fight. Khan in a lot of trouble. Gets solo killed by Keen. What is going on? And I think because of that, King Zone just not even going to challenge here. The first Infernal Drake going. It's really just about the utility. The engage. He's got that ultimate. Speaking of engage, going in onto Tucson here. Got a 3-on-3. Getting stunned up. Is that catfish? But the damage going back on a Gorilla. But look at that prey. The huge barrel is going to get him into position to go down. They're in the mid lane now. They want to get this first brick, and then they are going to be able to splitting it between another Drake stack here for Afreeca. What's going to be next? Will be the mountain. Certainly going to be nice, especially when it is successful. That means that King Zone, nice little play there from BDD. They are going to be able to lock down that bottom turret.
With those big ultimates being the front line, actually getting out consistent auto attacks in the mid game when he has to respect the damage output with no lifesteal is tricky.
Not spot them coming in. They have no idea. This is going to go down, and there it goes over to Afreeca. The smite is perfect. Looks like he's just going to get away. And that should be the Drake and some more objectives going to Afreeca.
Happily drifts away with the Scion, yelling cowards as he exits. Afreeca have the map control onto the mountain Drake. That'll be an easy one, and suddenly the Baron speed goes higher. That's a bit worrying to think about, Valdez. Easily picked up for Afreeca. We didn't see that super...
Trying to get that dive onto Khan. He does get away. Charge there from the Scion will not catch him, but again, another objective goes down. A huge Baron power come into game number one. Not really what we were expecting. Spirit looking solid as a rock. It's pretty incredible. He comes back here. It's a big Gnar ultimate, but now he doesn't have his flash.
Yeah, lots of resources used there. Afreeca just move bot side. They take the free mountain Drake. They reassess. Gonna go for the Baron anyway. Looking for a turn here on the side of Afreeca.
It's gonna be up to Peanut. Can he get the steal? The early flash in, and he does not get it. Peanut gonna take a huge amount of damage, but Prey down in the bottom side trying to do the damage to Tucson. The huge jump onto the Varus. They do the damage. Now Kuro's low, and he does go down.
Prey's hitting up.
Team is gonna be going down here as well. It's a 3-on-1. Not much he can do to get out of here. The Baron will go over to Afreeca, but they're trying to escape with as many lives as possible. Only Spirit and
Zoe. Also what the Kai'Sa represents, because usually Prey is on those utility carries. 2-item Ezreal, the Ashe for the arrows. This time he's on a hard carry. This time he has all the farm. This hasn't been Prey in 2018, but we know he can go hard carry when he needs to.
Gonna be locked down here as Khan needs to hop away. Is gonna miss that Mega Gnar as well. Look at the damage already onto the turret. The double Mountain Drake doing that damage. They take out an inhibitor turret already.
Prey can't walk up. The Skarner is on the sides. They're looking to give up this inhibitor, it looks like.
Look at Kramer right in the front, not scared. Knows he has Deucin right next to him. Those Baron minions in the back, just one of them is going to take. They are giving so much respect to this team. They do not want to have a chance of this being stolen.
Watch Gorilla. He's on the bot side, not spotted at the moment, looking for a flank. He's deciding whether he needs to recall. They're just going to power it down. I think Peanut's going to give it up.
There it is. The smite comes in and
so fast. Watch
Look
this.
At this. It just disappears. There's no hope. And King Zone know it. They have to give it up. Lanes. The macro is on point tonight. They send back Tushin. They get the Baron, but Peanut taking so much damage in the front line. Trying to help there in the defense, but not much he can do. The Skarner is totally useless now. At this point in the game, they're going to give away one more inhibitor, make that 2 as they move towards the bottom side. Keen also escorting in the top.
2 inhibitors minimum are picked up easily by the side of Afreeca.
They're just going to push in. They don't even need the minions. They have enough damage now to chunk it away. That should be a 3rd inhibitor. Some nice damage coming out of BDD onto Kuro. Let's see if they can actually engage here. They need to do something desperately. Afreeca, once again, showing class, backing off. They do not want to take a fight that they're not ready for. They wait for the minions to come in, taking it very, very slowly into this inhibitor.
Everything is on their side. Still wearing the Baron buff for another minute 30. Kramer, the safest AD carry ever. As there's just no backline threat from King Zone, it takes too long to go through the tanks. Afreeca dotting their I's, crossing their T's. Will it be the 3rd inhibitor on this push? They're waiting for the minions.
That they are. BDD so close to chunking Kramer there in that last initiation. You can see that he's going to try to go for it Some desperation play, perhaps with the flash of his own. Just looking to clear, and again, the inhibitor is not going to go down just yet.
Here we go.
There it is, the engage from Gorilla, but in the front line is the tanks, and they're going to lock down Gorilla now. That ultimate is eventually going to go down, and the Alistair will be taken out, but Prey trying to go.
Minions start to push in. Watching closely here, they should lose their first Nexus turret.
Gorilla, he needs to engage with the perfect devour there from Tushin, and the double knockup from the Efforts Divine, but Prey, he's going off. He's in the front line now. Keen taking a bunch of damage. No deaths here on the side of Kingzone just yet. Prey in the back line. Can he 1v5 this? He's taking that damage from Kuro. Doesn't look like the answer is yes just yet. Caught now, gonna go down to Kramer. He gets his own backline access, takes out one member, getting to work on the turret now. Looks like Afreeca is gonna be able to take game number 1. Down goes the Nexus, and are you surprised? They take out Kingzone, the favorites, in game number 1.
Afreeca Freecs, they went for the standard. Kingzone was the one that rolled the dice and says, we got new stuff after 3 weeks. The new stuff turned against them. No value out of the Zoe as the game goes on. Peanut for once, well held in the early game. No mid-jungle control. Really doesn't jive.